Hey guys, Avatar here, welcome back. Today I'm going to bring you first look on Project Zomboid. Unfortunately, I've been putting this game off for a while, not really by design, just kind of ended up working out that way, so decided today is as good a day as any. What is Project Zomboid? Well, it's an RPG zombie simulation type game by Indie Stone Studios. It's currently in early access for $14.99 on Steam. It is a pretty cool game though. It's a very deep game. There's a lot of levels to it. There's a lot of things to do in it. Because this is just a first look, I'm just going to kind of give you a high level of what the game's all about. See if maybe you want to go ahead and take the plunge in early access. First, let's go ahead and start with the options menu. I guess they're currently experiencing some frame rate issues, so they are recommending people lock it to 30, which is fine. Once we get in there, you'll see, I mean, there's really not big a deal. 30 frames to me is fine. I know some people are very picky about how many frames they can play on their games, but I mean 30 is fine for me. As far as that, there's not that many other graphical option menus, but again, once we get in game, you'll kind of see that's really not that big of a deal. As well as most things here are able to be rebound, so that's always a nice little addition. So you have three modes currently. Okay, we have survival, sandbox, and last stand. We will go ahead and we'll play last stand to actually kind of show the gameplay, but first I kind of want to talk about survival and sandbox a little bit. Survival is kind of what it would seem like. It's basically just survival. You kind of pick where you want to go to. Let's say we're going to go to Moldra, wherever this place is. You pick your person. We'll go with Josh Williams, and then we kind of pick traits. Now what's cool about this is you're able to go ahead and kind of pick what you want your guy to be. So if we choose fire officer, we get Axeman, which is double speed, breaking through doors with the axe, faster axe way, yay. Police officer gets marksman, park ranger gets outdoorsman, construction worker gets thick skin and handy, security guard gets night owl. So all these things would play into effect in the game. Like I said, it's a very deep game. There's a lot of construction or farming. It's basically just kind of like an open world sandbox type game with a lot of zombies. And you can end up doing a lot of things, like I said, farming, cooking, really basically anything you want to do to stay alive. So besides picking one of these, you can actually end up picking these traits. So what's kind of cool about this game is that the way these traits work, if you want to get points to spend on a trait, you need to actually take a bad trait. So light drinker gets you 2 points, and it means you get drunk quickly. So we'll go ahead and add that trait. As you can see, now our points to spend is 2. So let's say if we want to be strong, we need to get 6 points. So we'd have to be like, let's say we want to be short-sighted. Then we have to be a hypochondriac. And so as you can see, all these negative things. So we get drunk quickly, we have smaller view distance, a slower visibility fade, may develop infection symptoms without being infected. So, but then we got 8 points to spend. So you kind of have to decide if you think that is worth it or not, which is a cool little factor. Again, this is survival mode where you kind of choose your character there. Now sandbox is slightly different. Again, you pick where you want to be, but then you also kind of get to pick this sort of thing. So you get to see how you want your zombies to be distributed. You can see the time options. You can see as the game goes on. Again, it's kind of like a realistic setting where you're going to have, as time goes on, you're going to have water being shut off. You're going to have electricity being shut off. You're going to see more and more zombies. Okay, so you can pick all that as well as, zombie speed and things like that, which is cool. And then, of course, then you get to pick your person as well. And it always kind of just pre-saves whatever you last had, which is, I guess, cool. It doesn't really mean anything. And then finally, last stand, which I personally, because of time constraints, like to play every so often. It's really not as deep as the other ones, but there are challenges here. So we'll just go ahead and say challenge 1. Again, here we have Josh again. I don't want any of these traits, so I'm gonna get rid of all this. And as you can imagine, survival, you basically just need to stay alive as long as you can. And basically you're just put into a house with a lot of gear and random crates. You gotta loot it and just go to town. They don't really allow you to basically leave or anything. I mean, you could, but there's really nowhere to go. So again, just to kind of show the gameplay, let's go ahead and jump in there. Nice little epic. These are the end times. ... there was no hope of survival. With some epic music going on in the background. Dot, dot, dot. This is how you died. Well, that's just sad now, isn't it? So, as soon as they thrust you in here, you are basically... Their zombies are going to be coming. So, I come up to this box here, and this is our looting up here. So I can just go ahead and loot everything here. So I'm going to get some 9mm rounds, I'm going to get some shotgun shells, I'm going to get a kitchen knife, baseball bat. Perfect. So if you saw in the options menu, you have a couple different slots. You have like a primary slot, secondary slot. So there's our shotgun. Let's go ahead and put the kitchen knife. There's our secondary. There's our kitchen knife. Okay. Alright, as you can see, there's very little visibility, but we just heard zombies breaking in. Let's go ahead and kill this guy real quick. Zombies! Oh, as you notice, it's not shooting because I have to reload. That's me reloading, ladies and gentlemen, my shotgun. And that's the zombie being dead. So here's Project Zomboid in its most surreal state, killing zombies, and the blood being spluttered everywhere. Very, very interesting. So you can zoom in, you can zoom out. Now this is still alpha, so zooming in, zooming out may or may not give you a couple glitches here and there, but it's okay. It's something that's not going to be worked out by the end of the, or I should say by a complete release. You can hear windows crack and everything in the background. You know, you can definitely try to, you know, board things up, keep yourself from dying. Let's see, did we find... Is there anything in here? Yeah, some beta blockers, flashlight. A bunch of flashlights, actually. Let's go ahead and actually equip this in the secondary. So as you can see from these, like, some of these menus, so we have a sweater we can rip into bandages, which is, like, as you can imagine, we can then use them if we needed to. Oh, now I'm freaking shirtless. The shotgun's in our hand. Is it upside down? Kind of looks upside down, but that's okay. You can hear pounding. Now what's cool about this game is really honestly the sandbox mode and the survival mode as much as the Last Stand. The Last Stand, again, is something for someone who wants maybe a little bit more oomph right off the gate, because I'm not going to be able to survive very long doing this. But the other modes do take quite some time to kind of get up and running, and again, for a 10-15 minute video, it's not going to be the best. Oh, shit. So as zombies get close to you, see I'm kind of pushing them off me before I actually just take them all out in one shot. Oh. Alright, reload. Oh, no. Oh, shit. So you can run by holding left shift, but then, no, obviously, like most zombie games, the more you run, the more, you know, shit you cause, and then things just become bad. So let's go ahead and focus the pistol. Equip the pistol as the zombies making noises in our freaking heads. Reload. Reload. Oh, he's not reloading. Get out of here. Oh. And as you can see in the top right, all these different things. Now I'm extremely panicked, minor injuries, severe pain, even more panic now. Let's see if we can equip. Man, I can never find what I need to find around here. Equip in both hands. Just pushing all the zombies off. Get off me, zombies! Oh, I survived for 10 minutes and 29 seconds. How nice. Pretty sure that's game time. As you can see, it's the mode here is not really for the faint of heart, right? You kind of have to make sure you kind of jump right in there. You can't just, you know, you can't sit here and comment on it while you're playing it is basically what's going on here. So now we're just having a black screen. That's always fun. Let's see if we can get this back up and running here. Alright guys, sorry about that. Again, this game's an alpha, so we're going to experience some random crashes like that from time to time. That's okay. We're not going to hold it against it. So yeah, Last Stand's a pretty fun little mode here, but again, you you can't be sitting here talking about it as you're doing, because it doesn't really give you much time to do that. So let's go ahead and check out kind of just where we would start in these. So let's do a survival real quick, just a few minutes. We'll have Lisa Brown, make her a police officer. I'm not gonna get any traits. Let's just kind of jump in here. Just I want to kind of go for maybe for a nice little jog around town, just so you guys can kind of see the environment and all the things that you maybe could do in this game and interact with. It's pretty interesting. It kind of follows the whole like Walking Dead style of like loud noises and zombies come, and like you'll see like herds of zombies, or aka walkers, whatever you want to call them if you're a Walking Dead fan. Let's go ahead and see what's going on here. This is how you died. Yes, this is how I died. So we start in a house, and basically you're gonna, I'm not gonna really do it all right now, but you're gonna want to try to loot everything. So okay, farming for beginners literature, you got some food, and you know obviously this food's refrigerated, so if the power goes out, this is gonna start to spoil. You get poisoned. It's never good things. Get out of here, raccoon. You can fast forward time, obviously. Let's go for a jog. Let's see what happens. I mean, it's a type of game where if you are into, you know, survival games, kind of like, I don't know, it's not, obviously not a lot like Don't Starve, but if you're into those types of games where you can just sit and just kind of make the world your own, and you have the time to do that, it's a pretty fun game. So we found a house here. Let's see if we can't get inside of it. So looks like I can't get in here. So this is where like the fireman would be good. If we had an axe, we can just start whomping on it. Yeah, so it's locked, so we can't get in there. See if we can speed this up a little bit. Oh, zombies disappearing. That'll happen. I'm slight panic because I see a zombie. I have nothing to. I don't think I have anything in my inventory now, so I'll just run past them. But as you can can kind of see the world here and everything that you can kind of interact with. Just start going into the forest, and you're not gonna get far because it gets pretty dense and it's gonna slow you down big time. I mean, let's be honest, do we really want to get lost in the woods? Oh, find zombies in the woods. Oh! Get out of here. What's going on? Oh man, these are pretty freaking dense ones, I'm not gonna lie. Anyways. So again, for $14.99, I think this game is actually a pretty interesting game, and you're definitely going to get, again, your money's worth with this one. There's a lot of playability and replayability here, and the devs have been doing a very good job of keeping updates coming and keeping it fresh. So I have 100% confidence that they will continue to do that, and this game will only get better as it as it develops. And I also think that buying it now isn't going to hinder your experience at a later date, like some people might believe. This game's going to have a lot of replayability, and when they give more updates, it's only going to add to it. I really don't see anybody really getting sick of this game unless you don't like this game in the first place. But in that case, don't buy it. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. I'll put a couple more minutes so you guys can hear the sound of the game and kind of all the zombie sound effects, as I probably end up getting eaten horribly momentarily here. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.